Hi, in this video, I'm going to go over some things that I've discovered about SGE, which is Google's new search engine that they've launched. So now, if you're anywhere outside the United States, you're not going to experience any of this for quite a while, but it's still important for you to watch this and learn some more things about it. Because if you can set yourself up for this new search engine, you're going to have a much better chance with your SEO and your EAT. So EAT stands for EEAT, which are the abbreviations, and they stand for experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Those are things that the Google guidelines have said that the Google bots look for to see if your website is relevant or not, important enough to be able to show to other people on page one of Google. Now, with this new SGE coming on board, first it's launched already to a few million people in the United States. And then as the year progresses, in September, they'll give it to more people, work out the bugs and all of those kinds of things. I do have another video, so it's up here if you want to click on that to get the simpler overview of this. In this video, I'm going into some practical things that you can do right now to better your chances of not losing a ton of traffic after this launches, especially worldwide. So one of the things that we know is that whenever there's something disrupting to a disruptive technology, everybody says it's the end of the world. Not everybody, I'm sorry, but a lot of people claim, oh no, this is horrible. And we knew that we're experiencing that with AI right now, right? So you have a lot of people that are saying AI is so evil and it's so bad, it's going to be terrible for humankind. And then you have the other people that are embracing it and using it. And I will say now we have a third group of people, which there's another video here that I'm going to link to that will explain some of the exploits that have been going on with AI, and I want to put those to rest so you don't get caught in the middle of those scams and things that are never going to make you $1 million overnight, right? Okay, so now the other thing is that as a marketer, if you're a marketer, if you're a blogger, if you're an e-commerce person who has a Shopify site who wants to then sell their products on the internet, or you are a blogger and you're making money online, we also get really upset about any disruptive technology. So now I've been in SEO since 2007. I took my very first SEO course from Ryan Dias back in 2006, I believe, 2007. This is back when Squidoo was really popular. If you remember Seth Godin's project called Squidoo. Please comment in below if you've been around that long on the internet to let me know that you know what Squidoo is. So I had a lot of Squidoo lenses. They were very popular. I was doing very well with earning income from those. I was also in real estate, still am. I'm a realtor, but I also own a virtual assistant company. And of course, we can help you with all of these things that I talk about and bring to the table. So any of these things, we can certainly help you establish yourself as well. I'm also a real estate agent in Florida and in Utah. I work for eXp Realty. I run a team here in Utah, and I would love if you are a realtor to join my eXp team. So just let me know in the comments below or DM me if you're interested in exploring that to further your career in the real estate business. So now let's go back to why we should be so concerned. So we've talked about disruptive technologies and why people get so freaked out. So let's go back a little ways. And I don't know if you've been around, but hey, I just turned 65. So if you're watching this video, you can see when the date was, so you know around when my birthday was and around when I turned 65. I was around before there was internet. I was around and I was running businesses. I ran 3 companies while there was not even a fax machine. So I will never forget when the fax machines first started coming out and people were flipping out everywhere. They're like, oh, we can never work with fax machines, especially the banks, because one of my businesses was a real estate business, and I've been doing real estate for over 40 years. And then I owned Taekwondo schools, and we had 3 Taekwondo schools that we were running, and fax machines were amazing for us as business owners, but you could really see the pushback because it was a disruptive technology, right? Same thing happened when AOL came on board, when the personal computer came on board. We embraced all these, especially in our businesses, but a lot of people didn't, and they were scared of it. And, porn was going to take over the world and all of these kinds of things. And sure, there's good and bad to everything, right? There's yin and yang, good and bad. So everything that you have, it doesn't matter. You can hate TikTok all you want, but it has made plenty of millionaires, multi-millionaires just by TikTok itself. And yet it also does terrible things like people follow stupid challenges where they die. So yes, you have the both extreme ends of that. And somehow we have to be able to embrace that and take personal responsibility so that we don't get caught up in those kinds of the evil parts of everything, so of technology, right? So with this, I'll also then was forced fast forward to when I was doing SEO. It was super simple to rank back in the day. So in 2007, 2008, 2009, probably all the way up until 2012 when the Panda update came out. We were raking it in on the internet. Like I was dominating, and I was coaching realtors and other business owners, my chiropractors, my dentists, and I was having them all, pretty soon they were paying me to get them to rank, and we were ranking everybody. So, and 2016, I started a virtual assistant company so we could help with all of these things, and all my coaching clients and people I was doing business consulting for, they all wanted to know how to rank for SEO. So they took my courses and I consulted with them or coached them. And then, of course, they had to offload that because it's so much work. So the VAs started taking over and doing that for them. So it's really exciting to see the progress, but it was also scary because when the Panda update came, we're like, oh my gosh, what do we do? We've been keyword stuffing. We've been like all these things that people did back then. Now those things don't work anymore, but back in the day, they worked really, really well. And then you had to, and the bots weren't as smart as they are now. So you had to keep repeating your keyword, like every few sentences, you had to put the exact match keyword in there and so on and so forth. Of course, we were writing and we could rank with 500, 600 words per article. It was a great time, and then things changed, right? And so the Panda update came out, and then more and more updates came out. And fast forward to 2020 to 19, around there, Google launches the Google EAT. First, it was EAT, which was expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And just recently, last November, I believe, in 2022 somewhere, they added on the experience. So does this mean that if you're writing about being like health and wellness, that you know how WebMD always shows up at the top? Does that mean you can never, ever outrank them? No, it just means that you are now being put in the space of YMYL, what Google calls YMYL, which is your money, your life, and they expect you to cover EAT, EEAT. So now what I want to share with you, if you haven't done this yet, you really need to do it. Check out my my videos about your about pages. That is where the magic begins, is on your about page. You should be spending more time on your about page than you are on your home page. Okay, you need to be spending more time developing your about page than your funnel pages. It's even more important than building your list right now if it sucks. So if your about page sucks, you need to get to busy now and work on that. And I have some videos to share with you where you can learn how to build out your authority, your trustworthiness, and experience on your about page. But you also have to do this throughout your content. And I have some videos about that as well, so make sure you're watching all of these videos. So for now, what I want to do is go right into this. And so back in 2000, I think it was 14, maybe it was 12, 13. So Google came out with Google Plus. And this is one of the things that people freak out about with Google, is it's hard to trust them because they start these projects and launch these different things like Google Plus. They've done a lot of them. And, you know, even Google Business Profile has changed and evolved so much since they launched that. Our company earned, my company, independent brokerage, we won an award from Google saying that we were in the top of all Google places worldwide, globally. So, you know, we really knew what we were doing, but all of that has gone away since then, and they don't even have those awards anymore or anything. They also got rid of Google Plus. So when they launched the rich snippets a few years back, all the bloggers, we all freaked out. We're like, oh, we're going to lose our traffic. We're going to, you know, they're just going to get their answer right there in the rich snippet. They're not going to click through to our website. And we have found that that's happened a little bit, but it helps with your authority. If Google still knows that they're reading your answer, and so that still helps with your authority and your trustworthiness. So Google knows you were the right one to put into the answer block there. And when you do that, when you're up there like that, you did lose some traffic to your website, but we have found that we also gained some traffic. But overall, all bloggers and everything lost about 7% of their income through ad revenue due to the rich snippets. So I'm sorry, it was 4%. I'm sorry, please. It's 7% is what we're projecting for the new search engine. So it was like 4% people lost. So they lost some, but they didn't lose all of it. They didn't lose all of it. And either did we. So our sites are still going really strong in spite of rich snippets. Now, the way that it's going to look, so I'm going to share with you for this. Now we're all freaking out now, right? Because we're like, oh my gosh, the AI is going to take over. It's going to answer everything, and we are not going to be able to compete, right? So this is what it looks like. And the screenshot, I didn't get it. So let me move my, where's my, okay. I'm trying to move my, so I can see. All right, so on this screenshot, this is why, again, EAT is so important. You really have to listen to this. Okay, so this is a long tail keyword search, and this is the new search engine, what it's going to look like. And this was I'll have a link below in the description of the link to the Google presentation. It's like an hour-long presentation where they go through all of this. If you really want to delve into that, go ahead and do that there. So this says, what's better for a family with kids under 3 and a dog, Bryce Canyon? And so then the AI pulls up this answer here, and then it says that it got the answer from these 3 websites. And then you're going to get more websites. Now on a mobile, it's going to look different. You're only going to see this section here. You're not going to see this. You'd have to scroll to see that. You also wouldn't see these, unfortunately. Now, the good news about this, and this is very important for you to understand, see these little blocks here? This right here is that little logo for your website or the author, right? And this one here and this one here. So right now, these are the websites, but Google is talking about verifying the authorship. So it's going to be so important for you to develop that author page before this rolls out all over the United States, which is around September, I think. But you need to get this in order now. Spend time on that about page. And Google is already been sending people to about pages. And I'm going to show you, they launched this. A lot of you might not have noticed this, but they did launch this already this year around March, April. And let's just go to search engine, SEM's Rush article about this. So Google launches perspectives about this author and other ways to verify the information. This is huge. This has already been launched. It's now launched globally, Google says. So Google is rolling this about this result globally, launching perspectives for top stories, launching about this author, and making it easier, look at this, to access the about this page feature. You've got to get into this. I mean, I just don't understand why people don't spend time on their about page. So this is what perspectives looks like. So let's say somebody writes about going to a concert, and it's going to look like, this, where you're giving different people's versions, one from Twitter, another one from Twitter pulling in. They're going to pull them in from different places and stuff like that, right? And then about this author will be in the about this result. So when people tap on the 3 dots, the readers will be able to find out more information about the background and experience of the new voices surfaced on the Google search, is what Google says. So access to about this page, they said they're going to make it easier for you to find the about page, and it's going to populate right here. You see this? So it's going to look, so if you looked up rainforestalliance.org, it pulls up now currently something from Wikipedia in their own words. Okay, so watch this. So it's going to come up like this, and then something from Charity Watch. So they're going to pull it from different areas, and this is why I tell you that citations are so important. So typically we talk about citations in Google Business Profile Tactics, and because they're so important to put you on the map. But now look how important it is just for your About page. This is huge. This is a huge, huge change. If you're not, you can hire us to do your citations. Our VAs work around the clock on client citations. These are so important for your business, about the author, all of these things. So if you own a company and then you have somebody else writing on your website, you need to have an about page for your company, an about page for the author of the website, okay? So this is very important. If it's you, then it would be 2 pages with different things about your company and about you could have 1 page about your company and then just put a header, about yourself or whatever. So they're also having new ways that they're going to help you verify that this person is real, it's not a scammer, and all of that sort of thing. So this is from Google itself that says that it's now globally. So somebody does a search, should I invest in NFT? And then Google pulls up how to buy NFTs, and then they tell you about the website, which was Motley Fool. They're gonna watch this, see? So it tells you how to buy it, and then it comes and gives you the source and lets you know that if you click there, you're safe, that it doesn't have malware on it. And then people also search will go underneath that. So that is an example about how this result feature works, and that's already been launched worldwide. That's very important for you to understand. Now, perspectives, it doesn't really matter too much unless you are in the news, right? Writing news stuff, because that's where it really falls into. And then understanding the source about this author, you can just Google, go to the Google blog and find this. It's called Google Search New Fact Checking Misinformation, of course. So we know there's a lot of misinformation, and also Google gives a lot of misinformation too. So it's one of those, you either love them or you hate them, or you just have to still play in their sandbox because you don't have another choice, because they still have 96+% of the search engine market. And this is so that you're going to be able to click through to people's about pages. It tells you this again, just like we just showed you, and some more information about that. And also here is a little bit more about the search generative experience, which is called SGE, which is our new AI that it's coming, and it's telling you that it's going to have an AI snapshot, then conversational mode, and it'll also remember all the questions you asked before, so it'll continue to evolve on the answers it's giving you. And then, so this is what it looks like. Remember, we showed you. And again, this is another thing I want to bring up is your images. You've got to have original images, and make them with you can make them in Midjourney, whatever you're going to make them in. Buying stock full images is not going to really be the way to go in the future, because of the fact that people can feel that now, and they know it's just fake and it's stupid, and so they don't click on it. So this is so important to make sure that you have really good images, because they're pulling the images up, and make sure these are SEO'd correctly. And again, those are things that our VAs can do for you. This is and then this is what happens after, when they're giving you more information. And again, remember your icons. Do you know how many times I go to a website and they still have the WordPress icon in there? Make sure that your WordPress icon is not the one showing up on the search engines. Make sure it's your logo so that you can brand. This helps you with branding. The other thing is that they are going to do this vertical experience for when you're shopping. So you want to choose, the one that they use in the video is when choosing a commuter bike, you can consider aspects like, in the AI is generating this, then it's, again, giving you the websites it got it from so you can research further. And then it gives you the prices and right directly to the sale. So if you're selling items on the internet, this is huge. very, very huge because retailers can really, really work on this. Performance Max and shopping feeds will play an active role in the new search experience. This is very important for you to understand. And then it says, but other advertisers would be wise to prepare for more visual searches by adopting image extensions with their ads sooner rather than later. So that means now you should be working on optimizing your images for your ads so that those get pulled up. And they're going to have a new place to show the ads, but they're going to be in a lot, not that much different. But here again, you've got your sponsored bikes right there, right? And then going into the people also ask and also somebody's website there. They will mark them as sponsored. And then the other thing is, yes, we are going to lose some traffic. And this is when you do the e-bikes in red for a 5-mile commute with hills. This is what you get. So you're not getting anything organic. You're getting the AI answer, and you're getting an ad or somebody paying to be there, either a sponsored ad. This one's not sponsored, but pulled up for somebody optimized for their bike to sell. This will drive, but it will drive some traffic, and we just don't know how much we're going to lose or how much we're going to gain. Now, Google wants the SGE to do heavy lifting for searchers, so they want you to have an easier time searching, but they also don't want to stop people from going to websites. And this is really, really important because if you optimize your sites now, like I said, with your about page and your SEO and your paid traffic and do all that now, you're going to get better conversion rates. We do know that. The most important thing to understand is how much money Google really makes from all of these advertisings and people paying. 90% of their income comes from ads and publishers. And so this is huge they have to be really smart in how they do that so that they don't lose income, right? Because that's how Alphabet makes their money, is through paid advertisers. So this is a really quick, I wanted to do this quick overview for you so that you understand what we're getting into here. And I want you to just pay attention. I'm always doing videos on how to optimize your website, how to build your website, how to get SEO on your website, how to do all of these things. But remember, I do own a full-time virtual assistant company that can help you accomplish all of these things. Our rates are very reasonable, and all of our VAs are trained by me on SEO, and they're all trained by our managers for every specific detail that you need, such as social media, appointment setting, secretaries, e-commerce, tasks, Amazon optimization, all of these kinds of things that we need help with in our businesses. It's important to know that 80% of what 80%, you only make money off of you only make profits on 20% of all your activities. So you got to learn how to let go of that 80% and get other people to do the 80% of your work. And then you focus on your 20%, which is really building your brand and making sales and growing your company and working on it, not in it. So there's so many benefits from outsourcing. And if you'd like to know more about that, just let me know in the comments below. Reach out to me. You can easily find me. All our links are below in the description area. Again, I am an affiliate of many products that I have listed in my description. I would really appreciate your support by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, leaving a comment, and then if you ever need any of these services that I am an affiliate for, I would love it because that helps to support me. So I appreciate you very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.